as we begin the 45th Commencement Exercises of the Mindanao State University Iligan Institute of Technology with the processional led by the members of the Institute Council. Members of the Institute Council are faculty members of MSU-IIT with the rank Assistant Professor and up. The members of the Institute Council are followed by the deans and directors. Beginning with the deans and directors of the School of Engineering Technology, the School of Computer Studies, the College of Nursing, the College of Education, the College of Business Administration and Accountancy, the College of Arts and Social Sciences, the College of Engineering, and the College of Science and Mathematics, and the School of Graduate Studies. Following the deans and directors are the vice chancellors. Representing the vice chancellor for research and extension is a director of extension. Ladies and gentlemen, the MSU system officials. Coming up on stage are our own vice chancellors for planning and development, for academic affairs, and for administration and finance. Our guest, ladies and gentlemen, the Institute Registrar with the Institute Maze. He is followed by the BOR Secretary with the University Maze. She will be followed by the regents of the university system. Also in the processional are the chancellors of MSU Buog and MSU Naawan. Following them is the vice president for planning and development. He is followed by the student regent. Following him is the alumni regent. Ladies and gentlemen, our guest of honor is escorted by the chancellor to his left and to his right, the university executive vice president representing the president of the MSU system. Following them is the university colors. Please remain standing for the invocation and the singing of the Philippine National Anthem to be led by the MSU-IIT Octava Choral Society. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you the officials and guests on stage. I'd like to begin with the deans and directors of the different schools and colleges. Director of the School of Engineering Technology, Dr. Edwin O. Diparine. Dean of the School of Computer Studies, Professor Alkin Roy F. Takulin. Dean of the College of Nursing, Professor Chloe D. Hondonero. Dean of the College of Education, Dr. Ruben L. Abucayon. Dean of the College of Business Administration and Accountancy, Professor Julita W. Bukingo. Dean of the College of Arts and Social Sciences, Dr. Marie Joy D. Banawa. Dean of the College of Engineering, Attorney Edgar Alan A. Donasco. Dean of the College of Science and Mathematics, Dr. Ferdinand P. Hamil. And Dean of the School of Graduate Studies, Dr. Alita T. Rojas. Ladies and gentlemen, the Vice Chancellors of the Institute. Vice Chancellor for Planning and Development, Dr. Feliciano B. Alagao. Vice Chancellor for Administration and Finance, Dr. David N. Almarez. Representing the Vice Chancellor for Research and Extension, the Director of Extension, Dr. Nympha Bracamonte. And the Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs, Dr. Edgar W. Ignacio. Ladies and gentlemen, the MSU system officials. Vice President for Planning and Development, Dr. Makabangkit Ati. Chancellor of MSU Buog, Sultan Taha G. Sarip. And the Chancellor of MSU Naawan, Dr. Proserpina G. Rojas. Ladies and gentlemen, the Institute Registrar, Dr. Jerson N. Orihudos. Secretary of the University and the Board of Regents, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Mary Joyce Z. Ginto Sali. The Regents of the MSU system, we have with us Honorable Eduardito C. Maruhum. Student Regent Dato Esma Mikey P. Maruhum. And the Alumni Regent, Honorable Dato Manong A. Sarangani. Our special guest for this occasion, former Mayor of Iligan City, ladies and gentlemen, Attorney Franklin M. Quijano. And representing the President of the MSU system, Dr. Macapado Muslim, is the Executive Vice President, Dr. Emmanuel M. Lagari. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, the head of the Institute, our beloved Chancellor of MSU-IIT, Dr. Socarno Tanggol. He will now give the welcome address and then introduce our guest of honor.
Bismillah. Our distinguished guest of honor, the Executive Vice President of the MSU system, Dr. Emmanuel Lagare, former Mayor, my good friend Franklin Quijano, Regent Datumanong Sarangani, Regent Datu Isma Mikey Marhum, MSU System Vice President Makabangkit Ati, Chancellor Ma'am Proserpina Rojas, Chancellor Sultan Taha Sarip, MSU Secretary Dr. Mary Joyce Ginto Sali, Institute officials, parents, guests, beloved members of the graduating class, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. On behalf of the MSU-IIT family, I take pleasure and honor in welcoming all of you present here to the Institute's 45th Commencement Exercises. I am pleased to congratulate the members of the graduating class for successfully negotiating a very important leg in their journey. Today, we celebrate years of hard work and dedication, not only by you, the students, but, and more importantly, by your parents. For without the sacrifice of your parents, none of you would be here today. I'm sure no one would begrudge me if I asked the members of the graduating class to take a few moments and give a round of applause to their parents who are present here today. As we give honor to our parents at this time, today is also an occasion to express appreciation to our faculty, as well as our officials and administrative staff, for another successful year of producing holistic individuals who will hopefully become responsible citizens, excelling in their respective careers and chosen fields of endeavor. Indeed, your collective efforts, your hard work and commitment have made MSU-IIT as one of the top higher education institutions in our country. From the latest reckoning of the Commission on Higher Education, measured in terms of numbers of centers of excellence and centers of development, MSU-IIT, your school, stands #1 in Mindanao and #8 in the country. For as long as we sustain our humility and dedication to excellence, we will continue to march towards greater heights for the good of our public and our nation. On behalf of the MSU System Board of Regents, the MSU-IIT faculty and staff, it is an honor and privilege, though difficult, to introduce to the graduating class, parents, and guests, our speaker, who is serving his 6th term as mayor of the largest and one of the most livable cities in the world. If we take it by his brief CV submitted to us, that is a manifestation of the humble character of our guest speaker. I am happy to share with you the fact that as soon as the announcement that the Davao City Mayor is our guest speaker for this 45th Commencement Exercises, the MSU-IIT official Facebook page generated over 1,000 likes, over 100 shares and comments from students. And let me share the most interesting comment in the conversation thread, which is as follows. Hey, graduating class of 2015, you have to graduate or else. Such similar feisty, tough talk has become a trademark of this mayor, a lawyer who finished his Bachelor of Arts at the Lyceum University of the Philippines. He finished his Bachelor of Laws degree at San Beda College in 1972. And in the same year, he passed the bar exam, becoming a member of the Integrated Bar of the Philippines. Because a lawyer, and having acted on various capacities as prosecutor at the City Fiscal's Office, and having been a lecturer in criminal law, criminal evidence, and in criminal procedure, it is probably safe to say that he is one person who has understood perfectly the criminal mind and has since then kept Davao City crime-free. This, to many, is among his greatest achievements as chief executive by keeping Davaoenos safe, whether in the streets, in their homes, or in the malls. According to various sources, the city he has led has won the National Literary Hall of Fame Award, which we suspect is an influence from his late mother, Soledad Roa, who was an educator. As mayor, and through an amendment to City Ordinance 1627, the sale and consumption of liquor and alcoholic beverages was banned from 1 a.m. to 8 a.m. Through his leadership, Davao acquired more ambulances, motorcycles, and mobile patrol vehicles for the city's police force. In seriously ridding Davao of crime, urban legend has it that our guest personally goes around the city in his motorcycle or he drives around in a taxi cab at the wee hours of the morning to monitor the peace and order situation of the city. Our guest need not confirm that today, but let me tell you that one faculty member with her daughter, confirmed to me personally that they did ride in one taxi driven by the mayor of Davao City. A son of a former provincial governor, Duterte likewise understood the various facets of politics that goes hand in hand with service in government as mayor and as a former vice mayor and a congressman. He is a legend, a hero, and an idol for many Davaoenos and Mindanaoans. Today, his admirers have increased because of his advocacy for federalism, not only in Mindanao, but in the entire country. For a mayor who had designated deputy mayors representing the Lumad and the Moro in the city government, our guest speaker knows the true meaning of empowerment of the people, in particular the empowerment of the marginalized. My interest as a student of public administration lies in our guest speaker's effective leadership and responsive governance that has helped catapult Davao City to where it is now. He truly represents good governance, including the principles of accountability, predictability, which includes rule of law, and inclusiveness. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with pleasure and honor for me to welcome our guest speaker, Mayor Rodrigo Roa Duterte.
Thank you. Meron akong dalawang speeches. Actually, the one is well written, scholastic a little bit, but it does not respond to the times, our world today. It speaks of your the sacrifice of your parents and graduation to this moment to whom it rightfully belongs to you and your future. Maganda ho ang pagkasulat, but we have to be flexible in the sense that I'd like to talk something that would have an impact on our lives today. Papunta kasi ako dito, binabasa ko yung Inquirer, and in that front page, there was an item which says, si Deles, the author of the peace panel on the government side said that there will be more blood and bloodshed if there is no agreement between the MILF. Masakit to pakinggan kasi lahat naman tayo Ang nanay ko, dinana ng lolo ko, Chinese. Dinala niya Cebu, umalis siya dito sa Iligan. Talagang papatayin siya. Dinala niya Cebu. Was a daughter of a Maranao. Kasi mo hindi na ako kailangan ako, at after my father, Christianity, pero, pre-worshipper ako. Hindi ako na hindi ako naniwala ng I have to kneel down before so many saints. Hindi naman natin alam kung sino yung mga ulol na yan, ano kayong ginawa sa buhay nila noon. We do not even have the pictures of tapos sabihin lang, saint, luhod-luhod ka na dyan. I only kneel before Allah, the God. I do not kneel to anybody. So that's the problem. What's the solution? Ewan ko. Nandyan pa sila sa Pinoy, sa Malacanang pa. He's kicking his fingers until now. Sinira mo. Meron na tayong mapag-usapan, pumasok ka doon, patay mo isang tao in exchange for 44 lives. Whether that 44 happened to be Christians or the 44 would have been another 44 Moro children or women killed there. Ngayon, kung naman ang Council of Elders, sila Ayala, sila Osos Marius. Kasi bright itong mga tapos pumunta kay Ramos, then eventually to how many decades? Sabi ko nga, mag-battleground tayo. Hindi naman sa Iloilo. Hindi naman sa Capiz doon sa lugar ni Roas. Dito sa Mindanao. How many explosions in my city? Dalawa sa simbahan. I'm not saying it was the handiwork of the MI or MF. For anybody who was a great government can do it. Hindi ka kailangan. And nowadays, when you fight a rebellion, you do not have to raise warm bodies by the thousands. Tawag mo lang yung nag-training na kay Marwan, bigyan mo tag-5 granada, send them to different places in Mindanao, and tell them by tomorrow at exactly 1 o'clock, which is now, bitawan ninyo yung granada. Bigyan mo tag-3, tag-5. Sino ang kawawa? Tayo. The fact is, hindi naman rin alam ng lahat ng mga kapatid na Muslim na gusto talaga natin na magkaibigan tayo at tumira dito tayo sa Mindanao mapayapa. And that's, as I said by the President who introduced me, ako doon I share everything. There's a vice mayor who is elected, yung anak ko yung buang na yun. Tapos, I have deputy mayors. One for the Maranao, one for Iranon, one for Maguindanao. Then another for Sama, that's the Muslims of Davao. Then there's a Muslim deputy mayor for the Tausug, Yakan, and the sub-tribes there. But the feudal system really works dito even by Quran. It's almost sanctioned. Kaya mo na sana yung the world today, if you want international relation. Itong Amerikano pumasok sa Vietnam only to retreat in shame and humiliation. Pumasok sila sa Iraq, gusto nila patayin si Saddam. On the pretext, there was weapons of mass destruction. Wala silang nakuha. Patay si Saddam. They started to create trouble in Libya, who offered the good offices. So makaintindihan tayo nung panahon ni Imelda Marcos, she wanted to sign the treaty. known as the Tripoli Agreement. Yan nga, sabi ko. Yan yung Tripoli Agreement covers a situation, real estate in Mindanao. Yung sumunod niyan was the specific arm. The arm muna. The fundamentals of the arm before. Then SPCPD. Then you have the arm ngayon. And to top it all, you have the BBL. If you put them side by side and make something out of it, it shows that it is really convoluted, does not solve anything. Kaya ako naman, I'm appealing to all na sa Davao nga, 2 beses ang simbahan. I'm not saying no particular group or persons. Wala akong airport isang beses, Pantalan isang beses. All in all, how many lives you lost? Easily, far and wide in between those years. Well, 79 lives. Only. Not so to mention the ones killed by government forces while they entered the territory of Maguindanao. Yan ang mahirap eh. Noon sila, we elected them. We think they're good. Perforce. Thinking they are good is a fait accompli because we elected them. Now, ganito ang binibigay sa atin. So think about it actually. Kaya sinasabi ko, akala siguro nila nagkakampanya ako. Pero you might as well check it out. They are near your province. Ang pumunta talaga sa akin, si Pimentel, the senator, the elder, si Canoy, and mga Osminya. Do you know that in Cebu, they sing the Bayang Magilo in Bisaya? Ganon kabuang ang mga Bisaya rin doon. That's the place where my father comes from. Danao siya. Sila nagsabi, Rod, ikaw naman yung medyo may bata and you have the exposure. Yan mo na lang ang Mindanao. So we started. Why? Because if the BBL fails, sabi ni, basahin niyo yung newspaper ngayon, Deles would say, there will be bloodshed. Utang, bakit tayo mag-bloodshed sa kanila, sa kaugok nila? We just might as well talk to our Moro brothers. Ako, I don't mind being a vice janitor. I once said to Noor, sabi ko, Noor, wala akong fantasy about Christians. Only the Christians know how to run government. Pwede ka. And I could work in your office. Water boy, you want anything. But if you rule, you must see to it that you do not have people who will oppress other people. There must be equality in all. There must be an equitable distribution for all. Otherwise, pag hindi mo man ang ginawa yan, you will be facing a revolt. And that revolt will be led by me in my city. Kasi my lamentation is just a few months. And Aquino is going out. Sa panahon na ito, he seems to be nonchalant. Wala na, parang hinayaan na, discouraged or whatever. I'm not criticizing the president. I am just talking about his the things which he cannot do. Yun ang message ko sa inyo. We have to fix Mindanao. Mindanao, magpunta ka sa Luzon, I toured the whole the breadth and length of this country on a motorbike. Doon sa taas, going to Gigaraw, mag-ikot ka doon sa Pagudpod, the tip. Swerte na lang kung may 10 minutes pasalubong ka sa sakyanan. But in Mindanao, day and night, it is a busybody with cargos being loaded, imports being taken away from the ports. Davao, there's never a dull moment. Pareho ang traffic sa araw sa gabi. Because there is a strong economy. And it could only mean one thing. Strong economy, domestic or otherwise, would translate more jobs. Davao, sobra-sobra ang investments. Halos lahat doon may trabaho. Yung call center lang, pakarami. There are about 30,000 people that are working sa outsourcing. So I hope that we can really have peace. Not only kami dito sa gobyerno, not only about the Muslims, but all of us must push. Kaya hindi tayo mag-asinso nitong unitary type. Palitan mo talaga ng federal. Federal is simply you collect the taxes, retain most of it, send your contribution to the federal government. Ngayon, yung mayor ninyo, pati lahat ng resibo na may tax. Kaya may empleyado kayo sa City Hall na hindi appointed ng mayor. It's the auditor and the treasurer. The auditor sees that the amount collected is good dito sa gobyerno and the treasurer sends the money. Papel lang naman yan. Lahat. Tapos ibalik sa atin kukunti. Davao, maswerte na lang siguro. Ako wala. Every year, kami si Tibong Badillas, nag-abot kami sa Congress. Ang magtigas lang doon, there's a two-room affair dyan sa diyan yan sila maghati-hati ng pera. Parang bibingka, ito sa wag yan kasi talo tayo dyan. Still the patronage. And yet, the city pays taxes. Ang mahirap pa dyan yung open-ended, yung mga projects na hindi natatapos. And even the LRT, makukuha na lang ng bagong BOT o BT, kinurakot pa. And the ambassador of Czechoslovakia had to sign an affidavit which said there was a shakedown. Tapos yung pera natin, investment doon, kasali tayo. Hindi kayo nakasakay kayo, train. Kasi basig tuwag ka, wala mo. And yet, we subsidize the goddamn, because pera natin, 65% of the total structure sa Manila. Showcase Kaya mga mayor na ginawa doon, hindi man kanila yan. That's all national government. Sabihin mo, may city. Anong kanabuang ka dyan? Private man yan? Or do you have to claim that? That's like Davao. Even before I became mayor, nandiyan naman yung mga buildings. Sabi, see Davao, how beautiful the tall buildings are. Uy, buang, hindi na imo. Private yan. Yan ang, think about it. Actually, I'm short of an answer for the problem. But if we can talk as one, huwag tayong, you don't have to go to war again. Kung gusto na lang ninyo, lolo ko Chinese, lola ko Maranao, tinana ng buang yung lola ko, dinala doon sa Cebu, kaya patayin talaga sa dito. Kung gusto mo, kalabanin na natin yung Spratly. Bakit tayo magpatayan? For what? Kalaki itong Mindanao na to. Share na lang tayo. And for the meantime, if you really want internationalization, you can do it when it is already a peaceful town. Papasok ang mga Arab. Ganoon rin, nagpunta kami ng Middle East. Mga Arab, ganoon rin. Arab investors, they say, mahirap kasi magulo. May application sila dyan sa NEDA. Would you believe it? It would take 48 signatures for them to have the clearance. You know, when you do that, when you allow persons to hold money ni discretion, kagaya ng PDAP, look what happened. Tag 50 million sila. Then when they receive the SARO advice na nandyan na yung pera, they would send the papers to na police. Na police washes the money. Labhan niya ba? Hilimpihon. Then, punta doon sa Kahiro, bayad. Na police gets the 15% of all the projects, yung iba balik sa bulsa mo. That's what happened. That is why there are two issues dito ngayon. I'm going to end by saying there are two very, very important issues. It's money na sila lang ang no, they took upon themselves like gods to sige, ako mag-ano lang dito. Abad, ganda na mga well, sila, because they have the discretion. They have the money and the discretion to whom it should be given. And even in the lower echelons of government, pag ginanon mo yan, there is always corruption. Kasi pag hindi din na ibigay yung BBL, papalag din yan sila. So ang gambit ko ngayon, ang baraha ko, tinatapon ko, is ito, yan ang card ko. Federal na lang tayo. Kasi kung ibibigay mo yan sa BBL, ibigay mo yan kay Miswari. Ibigay mo yan doon sa mga Ilonggo. Ibigay mo yan doon sa Bisaya. There's going to be a lot of disorder. Why? Because if you give to one Filipino an added benefit over the others, that could violate the constitutional provision of that no man shall be denied the equal protection of the law. Equality. Eh di mapipilitan ka rin mag-BBL ka sa lahat na. Colderiera, as I said, sumo autonomous. They'll be the first one to ask. So gano'n na lang. Alam ko ginutom kayo dyan sa kwento na yan. But, you're about the age na who can make a difference na. Boboto kayo. Pero ako, nasabihin ako tutakbo ako ng presidente. Ay, magagalit lang yung mga kasama ko. Si Mayor Quijano has been there almost every week. Sabi ko sa kanila, Adre, kasi ayaw kong tumakbo. Ayaw ko talagang tumakbo. I mean, tingnan mo sa Facebook. It does not interest me. So, kung accolades lang, honors, I said I've been mayor for 22 years, one time congressman, tapos one time vice mayor ako noong anak ko nanununtok. Bubugbog ng sheriff. I have enough accolades to last me a lifetime. Wala na yan sa akin yung presidente. Magalit sila, sabi ko, but I have to tell the truth. I do not have the energy anymore. Noon ang energy ko ganoon kataas. Ngayon ganoon na lang. For what use? Well, you have to call Pfizer. Kailangan makakuha ka sa Pfizer. This energy, and if Pfizer would help you, it would be a short but beautiful energy. Kasi ang Pfizer ang gumagawa ng Viagra. Maraming salamat po.
Chancellor Socarno Tanggol and the Executive Vice President Emmanuel Lagari will now award the plaque of appreciation and tokens to our honored guest, Mayor Duterte. The Kalimulan entourage will deliver them onto the stage. The Institute Registrar, Dr. Gerson Orihudos, will read the citation in the plaque.
Republic of the Philippines, Mindanao State University, Iligan Institute of Technology, Iligan City, presents this plaque of appreciation to Honorable Rodrigo R. Duterte, Mayor Davao City, as the guest speaker during the MSU-IIT's 45th Commencement Exercises. Exemplary leadership in government and public service. Given this 7th day of April 2015 at the Mindanao State University, Iligan Institute of Technology, Iligan City, Philippines. Signed, Sukarno D. Tanggol, Chancellor.
Ladies and gentlemen, apparently our guest of honor is also expected in another important event, a forum on federalism. And so we will have to graciously allow him to lead the ceremony. He will be escorted by the Chancellor and the Executive Vice President. And our guests, former Mayor of Iligan, Attorney Franklin Quijano. Once again, Honorable Mayor Rodrigo Duterte. We will wait for the Chancellor and other officials. to return to the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, the music ensemble and ethnic presentation you hear and see throughout the baccalaureate ceremony and the commencement exercises are brought to us by the Kalimulan Dance Troupe under the direction of its mentor and founder, Professor Christian Aguado. A round of applause for them. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we bring you again the pride and joy of MSU-IIT, the Octava Choral Society, under the baton of its founder, ethnomusicologist Professor Francisco Ingles. The Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs, Dr. Edgar Ignacio, will now present the Academic Leadership and Co-Curricular Awards.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you this year's recipients of the Academic Leadership and Co-Curricular Awards. As I mentioned, the number of awardees, the recipients are requested to stand. For Co-Curricular Leadership Awards, College Leadership Awards, 7 awardees. Institute Co-Curricular Activity Awards, 10 awardees. For the Institute Leadership Award, Lane Rose Jane Hinon, College of Arts and Social Sciences. And now for the Academic Leadership Awards, academic distinction in 2-year diploma courses with honors, 3 recipients, please stand. Academic distinction in 3-year diploma courses with honors, 15 awardees. For the academic distinction in degree courses, cum laude, 263. Magna cum laude, 34. And now, summa cum laude, Rachel Ann Monteclaro, BS Biology, major in Zoology. Thank you very much.
The City Mayor of Iligan is also awarding the Mayor's Academic Excellence Medal to the top 7 academic leadership awardees based on their GPAs. The medals are to be claimed at the office of the Chancellor. Chancellor Sukarno Tanggol will now present the candidates for graduation. To MSU Executive Vice President Emmanuel Lagari, who is representing the MSU System President Dr. Makapado Muslim. He will confer the graduates of their respective titles and degrees.
Mr. Executive Vice President, may I have the honor to present 1,603 candidates for graduation from MSU-Iligan Institute of Technology this academic year 2014-2015 with the various titles and degrees from the different colleges and schools of the Institute as follows. School of Graduate Studies, 34. Doctor of Engineering, major in Mechanical Engineering, major in Material Science Engineering, Doctor of Philosophy in Filipino, Doctor of Philosophy in Language Studies, Doctor of Philosophy in Science Education, major in Chemistry, Doctor in Sustainable Development Studies, major in Sustainable Environmental Engineering, Master of Science in Civil Engineering, Master of Science in Electrical Engineering, Master of Science in Information Technology, Master of Science in Education, major in Biology, major in General Science, major in Secondary Mathematics, and major in Physics. Master of Arts in Filipino, Master of Arts in Sociology, Master in History, Master in Business Management, thesis option, major in Human Resource Management, major in Production Management, and non-thesis option, major in Finance, and Master in Sustainable Development Studies, major in Sustainable Economic Development, and Master in Information Technology. From the College of Science and Mathematics, 185, Mr. Executive Vice President, Doctor of Philosophy in Chemistry, Doctor of Philosophy in Mathematics, Master of Science in Biology, Master of Science in Marine Biology, Master of Science in Chemistry, Master of Science in Mathematics, Master of Mathematics, Master in Applied Statistics, Master of Science in Physics, Master of Physics, Bachelor of Science in Biology, major in General Biology, major in Zoology, major in Marine Biology, and major in Botany. Bachelor of Science in Chemistry, Bachelor of Science in Mathematics, Bachelor of Science in Statistics, and Bachelor of Science in Physics. From the College of Engineering, 199, Bachelor of Science in Ceramics Engineering, Bachelor of Science in Chemical Engineering, Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering, Bachelor of Science in Computer Engineering, Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering, Bachelor of Science in Electronics and Communications Engineering, Bachelor of Science in Electronics Engineering, Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering, Bachelor of Science in Metallurgical Engineering, Bachelor of Science in Environmental Engineering Technology, and Diploma in Chemical Engineering Technology. From the College of Business Administration and Accountancy, a total of 229. Bachelor of Science in Accountancy, Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, major in Business Economics, major in Entrepreneurial Marketing, Bachelor of Science in Hotel and Restaurant Management, Associate Diploma in Hotel and Restaurant Management. From the College of Science in Mathematics, from the College of Arts and Social Sciences, 224. Bachelor of Science in Psychology, Bachelor of Arts in English, Bachelor of Arts in Filipino, Bachelor of Arts in History, and Bachelor of Arts in Sociology. From the College of Education, 211. Bachelor of Elementary Education, major in English, major in Science and Health. Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in Technology and Livelihood Education, major in Biology, major in Chemistry, major in General Science, major in Music, Arts, Physical Education and Health, major in Mathematics, major in Physics, and Bachelor of Science in Industrial Education, major in Drafting Technology, and Bachelor of Science in Technology, Teacher Education, major in Drafting Technology, major in Industrial Technology. From the College of Nursing, 84. Bachelor of Science in Nursing. From the School of Computer Studies, 117. Bachelor of Science in Computer Science, major in Foundation of Computer Science track, major in Foundation of Software Engineering track, Bachelor of Science in Information Systems, Bachelor of Science in Information Technology, major in Database Systems, major in Multimedia Systems, major in Network Systems, Bachelor of Science in Electronics and Computer Technology, major in Embedded System, Diploma in Electronics Engineering Technology, major in Communication Electronics, major in Computer Electronics, 2-year Diploma in Electronics Technology, major in Communication Technology, major in Computer Technology. School of Engineering Technology, 320. Bachelor of Science in Engineering Technology Management. Bachelor of Science in Industrial Automation and Mechatronics. Diploma in Automotive Engineering Technology, major in Transport Vehicle on Highway Services and Management. Major in Earth Moving Off-Highway Services and Management. Diploma in Civil Engineering Technology, major in Construction Technology, major in Materials Quality and Cost Control, Diploma in Electrical Engineering Technology, major in Electrical Machineries, major in Electrical Production and Distribution, Diploma in Heating, Ventilating, Air Conditioning, and Refrigerating Engineering Technology, Diploma in Industrial Automation and Control Engineering Technology, Diploma in Mechanical Engineering Technology, major in Manufacturing and Fabrication, major in Mechanical Maintenance, and Diploma in Material Science and Engineering Technology, major in Process Technology, major in Laboratory Technology, and the last but not the least, 2-year diploma in Industrial Automation and Maintenance Technology for your consideration, Mr. Executive Vice President.
By virtue of the power vested upon me by the Board of Regents, I confer upon you the various degrees, diplomas, certificates, titles that you have earned, subject to the final ceremony at the main campus of the Mindanao State University on April 14, 2015. Congratulations.
The class valedictorian of 2015, Bachelor of Science in Biology, major in Zoology, Miss Rachel Ann O. Montecla.
To the Executive Vice President, Emmanuel M. Lagare, to our very own Chancellor, Dr. Sukarno D. Tanggol, Alumni Regent Honorable Dato Manong A. Sarangani, Student Regent Honorable Dato Esma Mikey P. Maruhom, Regent Honorable Eduardo C. Maruhom, University and BOR Secretary, Dr. Mary Joyce Z. Ginto Sali, to the Institute Registrar, Dr. Gerson Orejudos, Chancellor of MSU-IIT, Chancellor Proserpina G. Rojas, Chancellor of MSU Buog, Sultan Taha G. Sarip, Vice President for Planning and Development, Dr. Makabangkit Ati, Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs, Dr. Edgar W. Ignacio, OIC to the Vice Chancellor for Research and Extension, Dr. Nympha Bracamonte, Vice Chancellor for Administration and Finance, Dr. David N. Almarez, Vice Chancellor for Planning and Development, Dr. Feliciano B. Alagao, SGS Dean, Dr. Alita T. Rojas, CSM Dean, Dr. Ferdinand P. Hamil, COE Dean, Attorney Edgar Alan A. Donasco, CAS Dean, Dr. Marie Joy D. Banawa, CBAA Dean, Professor Halita W. Bokingo, SED Dean, Dr. Ruben L. Abocayon, CON Dean, Professor Chloe D. Hondonero, SCS Dean, Professor Alkine Roy F. Takulin, and SET Director, Dr. Edwin O. Deparine, to my fellow graduating students, to the faculty and staff of MSU-IIT, parents, friends, and visitors, good afternoon. When I was making this speech, I was confronted with how I was going to sum up everything that all of us experienced for the past years of our stay here in MSU-IIT. Life as a biology student was definitely not the same as when I was in my lower years of my schooling. As a biology student, I had learned many difficult and complicated things I never dreamed of being subjected to. As we all know, the hardest mineral in the planet is the diamond. To me, it is the perfect representation of all of us, from the moment we set our feet in this institution until now that we are about to leave its portals. I have chosen this gem as the representation of our lives as students because knowing its facets had made me come to a realization that, like the hard diamond, we have been polished through many years and have gone through some difficult refining processes to become who we are today. No longer the ordinary and rough mineral dredged from the bowels of the earth, but the shining diamond we are all becoming. We have been changed into something valuable, all because we have been given the privilege and opportunities and placed in the appropriate environment for the process of achieving near perfection. Right now, standing on the stage and having the chance to see all of you in your maroon togas with your complimentary perfect smiles, and the presence of our proud parents, relatives, friends, faculty, and staff of MSU-IIT who are here with us today to witness this remarkable event despite of the terrible heat. But what is little heat and some sweat? After all, we have had our fair share of heat and sweat, didn't we? Now more than ever, I am more convinced that all of us are almost the same. Indeed, we all embody the characteristics of a diamond, a term derived from the Greek word adamas, meaning unbreakable, unshakable, and unwavering. The process of making this mineral into a beautiful gem perfectly captures what we have undergone and shall continue to be subjected to. Like rough diamonds that were made from mere lumps of coal, we came to IIT with nothing but just our potentials, our innate gifts, our dreams, and our parents' hope and trust that we are going to finish our studies. We were diamonds in the rough, to be cut this way and to finally become the precious gems we are in the process of making. MSU-IIT, our dear alma mater, provided the perfect environment for us to mold us to become better individuals, with the different facets needed to show the world who we are, what we can be, and what we can offer. This institution provided and paid for us a way for our holistic development. Being enrolled, however, in one of the best schools in the country is not easy. The journey was never completely smooth nor blissful all the time. Rather, it cost us our time, our sweat and effort, our parents' money, and so much more. Every one of us had been through several stages, each with varying challenges and progressing levels of difficulty. During our first year, we were already conditioned to embrace independence. Everything seemed different from high school, from which lectures were spoon-fed to us. Adapting to a new environment and making friends right away was hard, especially if we did not possess the talents of initiating chit-chats. It was even tougher for students like me who chose to study here away from the comforts of our home. We learned how to budget our finances, spending only on things we needed for school, trying to save if there was extra money so that we can treat ourselves, especially after having passed an exam that we thought we failed. Time became our greatest enemy, for we had to study for numerous exams and quizzes. At the same time, staring at the pile of used clothes, figuring out when we will have our free time to deal with those laundry. Multitasking was necessary because there were no longer our moms who would gladly extend their arms to do the chores, and no dad who would pick us up from school. Everything just had to be done by those of us who came from far off places. So for those students who have their parents for the entire duration of their student lives, consider yourselves as very privileged. Our first year here in IIT was more of competing and intimidating one another. We tried to impress our teachers, our classmates, knowing that it was the perfect opportunity to establish ourselves in a big school like this. You know, Charles Darwin, he was right in saying that competition was important for survival. But because none of us are completely identical in the things that we can do, and more so in the things that we want, diversity became an opportunity for us to excel in our chosen fields. Our differences have sparked curiosity among us that encouraged us to get to know each other. Upon doing so, we have come to realize that the only person we have to compete with were ourselves. We had to find out fight our need of getting extra sleep so that we can attend to our 7 a.m. class. We had to make sure that we are organized and keen enough for us to get our desired results in our laboratory or risk performing it again. We had to be patient with ourselves in finding solutions for many, many problems. We had to fight our own desires and postpone gratification. We had to fight laziness, tardiness, and all sorts of negative ways of living which were easier to do so that we will achieve more rewards. During our succeeding years in college, we started to loosen up a bit because we have become accustomed to the pressures and we already learned to grasp some college survival strategies. Friends became our family with whom we share almost everything. For almost 4 years of my stay here, I've seen the same phases. My classmates, may katrufas, kay judgment daw na sila. But never did I stop wanting to see them. And I know that you too felt the same way for your friends and your classmates. We studied and ate and laughed and even cried together. We celebrated triumphs and feasted together for passing the departmental exams. We went to Centennial Park para magsyagit-syagit kay mubudog score sa isa ka subject. And because we saw them every day, we cannot help but integrate them into our lives. Together, we had shared and endured those sleepless nights that made our eyes swell. We experimented drinking different brands of caffeinated drinks such as coffee and tea to fight the tempting come-ons of the pillow which sadly made our skin dry. We had our own version of zombie apocalypse every exams. And I cannot count the times that I've heard cries like, unta, USB na lang jud ko para masulod ni tanan sa akong utok. Or information overload na kaayo, complete with all the gestures to emphasize the point. We spent countless overnights either in establishments na open 24/7 to make projects or to find solution to overwhelming assigned qualitative or quantitative problems. Bisan gansi kayo sa tag-iya kay overnight na nagstay, naki-wifi pa, niyang orderon for the whole night was just coffee. So sometimes though, we went to our classmates' houses, where we tried to laugh and talk in hushed manner to avoid waking their parents up, or worse, their neighbors. Failing and succeeding with them led us to come to a point where being on top was not necessary anymore, but a mere passing grade was already a blessing. We had many other countless situations, happy or sad, which we experienced together with our classmates that could always produce at times just a crack of a smile. But it was laughter which was the greatest medicine we had that made us enjoy college. Despite the tests and trials that we faced, it became more than a remedy because it was our way of recharging after being fully consumed by reading, studying, and solving. We encouraged and made each other believe that everything will come to pass. We knew that at the end of the day, it will all be worth it. Moreover, the covalent bonding that we had with our solid support system in our years here in IIT have allowed us to gain superb characteristics such as independence and resilience. The rigid trainings and every learning that we acquired both in and out of the campus have strengthened our perceptions and principles. The years we spent here have hidden us beneath the surface of reality. Like the rough diamonds we were as avenues to be pumped out and be exposed to the real world. Now we cannot help it any longer. because our presence here signifies our readiness to take on the new challenges that we will encounter in the future. To face reality that we still need to be polished more to become more effective human beings. There is still so much more to learn and so much things to do. All we have to make sure is that we should get out of our comfort zones and be courageous to take risks. I believe that there are lots of opportunities awaiting for us, especially because we are from IIT, a school renowned for producing the country's finest and quality students. Let us thus begin to strike while the iron is still hot, so that we can help our families and become assets in our work fields, as well as the country. I just hope and pray that no matter how successful we might become in the future, we will still keep our feet on the ground and become conscious that because we are blessed to have earned a degree, we now have the responsibility of educating other people. Like diamonds, which were also used in cutting and polishing tools, we too are called to shape the generations to come. Everything that we have learned must awaken in us a feeling of compassion for other people, allowing us to become more humane and not the kind of people who are numb to the needs of others because they are fully consumed by their own motives and desires. Batch 2015, we are prototypes from which others might see as examples. Therefore, we are called to be responsible with our actions. Even before, we were already certain we would make it because we have been taught and trained by able and committed professors and teachers who generously shared with us their thoughts, their knowledge, their values, attitudes, and commitment, and even their lives so that we could become what God has planned us to be. They were tools used to set the right temperature and pressure to hone and refine the roughness of the diamond in us. And we could become multifaceted individuals. Their own stories and struggles during the time when they were still like us have encouraged us that someday we too could become successful and make a name of our own. They were the ones who insisted that we should always aim for what's best and never settle for anything less. Therefore, in our quest for life, let us not forget those people who have helped us in one way or another, because they will forever become a part of what we are going to be. Let us look back and see if there is something that we can give to our beloved alma mater, our mentors, our parents, and the community. In behalf, therefore, of the graduates of MSU-IIT Batch 2015, we would like to extend our heartfelt gratitude first to our beloved alma mater for the privilege of being nurtured in your halls, to our dear mentors for everything that you have imparted on us, and for the fine examples you have given us to emulate and strive for. To our dear parents, we thank you for your amazing love and unselfishness. You could have traveled the world and enjoyed your lives without us. You could have experienced standing in a cliff in Cape Town, Africa, and witnessed the marvelous meeting of Atlantic and Pacific Ocean. You could have a date in one of the luxurious diner, overseeing the splendid light emanating from Eiffel Tower. You could have seen all of these things, but instead you spent your money to pay for our tuition, for our allowances, for the rentals, for the workbooks, for the field trips, and so much more. You gave up owning a car and having the latest model of iPhone because you knew that we were precious. You dreamed for us to succeed rather than to possess the fanciest thing in the world. We want you to know that we are thankful and we are appreciative of your selfless sacrifices. We want you to know that your selflessness has been our motivation to strive harder. We want you to know that your love has always been our guiding light, especially during the darkest moments of our struggles. To you, my fellow graduates, thank you for the shared journey. The process of refining and fabricating in college is finally over. Our most awaited day has finally come, and we are now at the end of our journey as students. But today marks the end as well as the beginning of a new chapter in our lives. And I hope that all of us will be enthusiastic about it. Paulo Coelho said in his book, The Alchemist, that enthusiasm will become a part of our search for something we believe in or desire for ourselves. It will enable us to accomplish things with love and purpose. Let us be armed, therefore, with this enthusiasm as we begin another chapter of our lives. Most importantly, let us hold on to our faith in our loving God who has allowed us to gain victory amidst every trial and tribulation. Let us always seek what He wants for us as we lay at His feet our plans and await what He has prepared for each and every one of us. Let us acknowledge that without Him, we are nothing. So with the help given to us by our mentors, parents, and all those people who believed in us, I am confident, as you are too, that we are now equipped with a priceless knowledge and multiple skills to help us find our niche in this world. We are now like a diamond, which has undergone the various processes for it to become the most coveted gem. A diamond that shines and sparkles not just today, but also in the days to come. Let us now boldly face the world and everything it has for us to offer. Congratulations, everyone. Godspeed, and good afternoon.
To lead the graduates in the singing of their graduation song is Bachelor of Science in Biology, major in Botany Music, vocal awardee, Darwin D. Velarde.
Hello. How would I know if I could go further from where I am? If I won't push myself to make my dreams to come true. For years I fought and struggled, it shook my brain and spirit. This time I deserve a break, even just a smile. Mama, look at me now with the same loving care. What I've become is the fruit of what you sowed. Papa, thank you for your many sacrifices. Your guidance and patience made me who I am. I'm ready and prepared to face the world. I'm ready to be world class, armed with the knowledge I need. I'm ready to go beyond. I'm ready and prepared to face the world. I'm ready to be world class, armed with the knowledge of my ID. I'm ready to go beyond. To my friends who accept me, we used to share together the laughter and the tears. Never forgetting all you are standing in my heart. Thank God I have you guys always complete my day. And how can I forget the thoughtful love that you serve? Down the surgery, help me to fulfill my dream. That's my institution, IIT. I take pride to tell the word I'm from IIT. Everybody! I'm ready and prepared to face the world. I'm ready to be a world class. On with the knowledge from IIT. I'm ready to go beyond. I'm ready and prepared to face the world. I'm ready to be a world class. On with the knowledge from IIT. I'm ready to go beyond. I'm ready to face the world. Ready to be a world class. I'm working out for my ID. I'm ready to go beyond. I'm ready to face the world. I'm ready to be a world class. I'm working out for my ID. I'm ready to go beyond. One more time. I'm ready to face the world. I'm ready to be a world class. I'm working out for my ID. I'm ready to go beyond. Oh, baby. Thank you, IIT. I'm safe by the sound of the word I am from IIT. Everybody. Oh, baby. Thank you, IIT. I'm safe by the sound of the word I am from IIT. Take right to sound from MSU-IIT. Congratulations, graduating.
And MSU President Dr. Dr. Sarangani will now lead the graduates in their oath taking.
Before initiating the alumni event, I have the honor to announce that the Mindanao State University Alumni Association is awarding the Institute Leadership Awardee a plaque of recognition and a class award. This will be presented to Ms. Lenros Geno, the MSU-IIT Leadership Awardee, after the commencement ceremonies at the Institute boardroom. You will please raise your right hand and in an audible tone of voice, repeat after me. I, raise your name, having graduated from the Mindanao State University Iligan Institute of Technology, do solemnly pledge that I shall fulfill my duties and responsibilities as a member of the Mindanao State University Alumni Association. To the best of my ability and endeavor, and with all honesty and dedication. In so doing, I shall protect as well as promote the interests and welfare of the association and its members in allegiance to its constitution and bylaws. I further promise to remain loyal to the association and to the university at all times. And I finally pledge that I shall help my alma mater to the best of my abilities to enable her to attain her noble mission of a nation that is truly free united and progressive, and is truly committed to the service of God and to the Filipino people. So help me God. Congratulations and welcome to the Mindanao State University alumni. Thank you.
To lead the graduates in their pledge of loyalty to the alma mater is a class salutatorian, Bachelor of Science in Mathematics, magna cum laude, Mark Allen P. Robles.
Let us rise to our right hand and please repeat after me. In grateful recognition of the opportunities afforded me by the Iligan Institute of Technology of the Mindanao State University and the Republic of the Philippines, I hereby pledge to dedicate myself to the continuing search for truth and knowledge, to strive for the improvement of the common name, to discipline my will so as to elevate and preserve high moral and spiritual life, all for the service of my country, humanity, and God.
All rise for the singing of the hymn ng pamantasan and for the session.